Welcome back, everyone. Pierso86 here. We're back for some more Final Fantasy XI. We've tackled through some Rise of the Zilart content, so now we're gonna step to the side and do some other stuff. One thing we haven't done in a while is unlocked any new advanced jobs. So as usual, I've got Ragecat with me, and we are going to tackle unlocking the Dragoon job. I'm really excited to unlock some more jobs. We've unlocked a couple already, but haven't done any others for a while. Right now we're in Port Sandoria. This is where people used to come. I say used to because no one really ever catches the airship anymore. Not usually anyway. This is where people would come to catch the airship. There are some quests and stuff you can get down here. Yeah, really don't come down here very much. So to start this quest, we're going to go to Cargo Room Alpha and talk to an NPC there. The guide says we have to talk to either Arminabit or Cerulean. So, take our pick. I guess we'll have Pierso talk to this one, and Ragecat can talk to the other one. You hear more and more talk of the Dragon King these days. They say that his top vassal was a Dragoon. I wonder whatever happened to all the Dragoons. I heard that to become a Dragoon, you had to make a pact with a living wyvern. However, thanks to the Dragon Slayers, there aren't that many dragons left. The Dragon Slayers keep down the number of deadly dragons, but the number of Dragoons can never go up. It's a sad, sad cycle. They say that King Ranpir's top vassal, the last of the Dragoons, collapsed after a battle with a Dragon Slayer. I even heard a rumor that a new Dragoon appeared in Sandoria, but no one has ever seen him. Some even say that it is that Cyranoos, locked up in the dungeons. There's nothing to those rumors. If he really was a Dragoon, why would he be in the oubliette? You have a point. Well, that's a surprisingly helpful bit of gossip for how vague this game usually is. So let's head over to the Sandorian prison, the Bastanio Oubliette. I'm probably saying those French names really throw me off. So we're going to head over to the prison area and talk to an NPC there. Oh, and we're also, you probably noticed we're not in our usual duds. Decided to change things up a little bit today. Mr. Pierso is a white mage slash black mage right now, level 49. Mostly just leveled this up for sub job. Haven't decided if I'm going to take it higher yet. And Ragecat, who is on slash follow and mushed up against Mr. Pierso's back, is playing warrior slash monk. I did loan her some of Mr. Pierso's old gear, and she is using a one-handed axe. I made Ragecat basically as a character to represent my fiancee, who doesn't play the game with me, but sometimes voice cameos and all that. But I do allow her to kind of give me some insight into what she'd like to see Ragecat play. I mean, some of the jobs I'll pick myself, but I do let Rita have some say in that as well. So she, in addition to Monk, said that she would really like to see Ragecat play Beastmaster. And Beastmaster does really good with a one-handed axe. So because I wanted to level up Warrior for sub-job, I figured, hey, why not hit two birds with one stone and do one-handed axe while we do that. Anyways, enough yakking. Off to the jail. Okay, we're in Chateau d'Oragil. Time to head downstairs. So obviously, because we are in Chateau d'Oragil, and the guide mentions this too, you do have to be at least either rank 2 and from Sandoria, or at least have started the 2-3 mission to be able to access this area and effectively do this quest, which thankfully we're way the heck ahead of that. Cyranoos. No, you'll not find him here. He is dead. His cellmate was a Beastmaster who somehow called forth a terrible creature and fled. What a dick. His beast knocked a gaping hole in the wall, so he was home free, but Cyranoos' body was found underneath the creature. It's too bad. We could have saved him if he got here sooner. Yeah, I know. Rahal was jealous of his friend Cyranoos for becoming a Dragoon. He set a trap for him and saw him thrown into this very dungeon. That is how Rahal, the Dragon Slayer tainted with Drake's blood, seized the office of General. You knights were left in the dark. What? Lies, all of it. Lies? Well then why was Rahal always coming to check on him? He was waiting for Cyranoos to kick the bucket, wasn't he? No, it can't be. The only people who can become Dragon Slayers are those who truly hate them. They're not after treasure or jewels, they just want to exterminate them. And he couldn't wait to kill dragons and dragoons. Why you? If you wish to learn of dragons, ask the archaeologist Oihurus, some guy in the cathedral. He should know well their lore. A couple of other things worth mentioning at this point. The NPC that we have to talk to is actually not the one that we were told in the instructions. Classic FF11, I know. We have to talk to one called Morgine, and then the other one will appear in the cutscene once we talk to him. Also worth mentioning too, before we actually go out and do some dungeon crawling for this quest, make sure you pick up some pickaxes. And don't just pick up one, pick up a few. I picked up 10, 5 for Ragecat, 5 for me, because there is a point in this quest where we will have to do a little bit of excavating for a certain item. And I have, off camera, when I was getting Ragecat caught up to Mr. Pierso for her to actually start appearing in the series, I did have a quest for Ragecat where I needed to do some pickaxing, and I very foolishly only brought one, and it was in a pretty high level area. And yeah, I ended up regretting it, got the wrong item, had to send Mr. Pierso back to town to get her more pickaxes. I do not know my way around this cathedral at all, so it might take me a moment to find this guy. Hello? There's a guy in here just all by himself. That's cool. What about here? No? This is kind of interesting, though. Oh, there we go. There's the person we gotta talk to. Never really looked around in here before. This place is kind of interesting to look at. Oh, hello. Can you tell me about dragons? What is this? You wish to learn of dragons? If only Dr. Oihuris were here. It's the best attempt you're going to get from me. Doctor, this adventurer is inquiring about dragons. Well, then our adventurers come to the right place. First of all, young lad, you must understand that where there are holy dragons, there exist dragons of evil as well. Why, Sir Rahal, what gives us the honor of your presence here today? Nothing urgent, Doctor. I was just wondering if anything peculiar, any suspicious characters, have been spotted in this area recently. No, nothing out of the ordinary, sir. I see. I just thought that maybe the body of his body was... No. Carry on. Well, that was weird. Now that he is out of the way, where was I? Ah, yes. As I was saying, recently there have been a large drop in the number of dragons born in Vana'diel. That is where you come in. There is a rumor that a wyvern has laid an egg in the maze of Shakrami. Oh, we haven't been there yet. I would like you to excavate the egg and protect it from the dragon slayers. To prevent them from killing the wyvern while it is still young, we must get to the egg before they do. So it's like a search and rescue mission. We can handle that. We're going to go ahead and rent a chocobo. I feel like we don't ride chocobos very often. Not really much need to with the mount system now, but every now and then. Nice to play it classic and jump on a chocobo. Plus, I do like that relaxing chocobo music, too. Yeah, things sure have changed over the years. I like a lot of the changes. As I've said before, sometimes I do miss some of the rigors of the old days, but what can you do? As much as I do miss the old days, sometimes I wouldn't have the time to dedicate to putting that many hours into the game anymore. I mean, I have my odd night if I'm switching over for night shift where I'll play like an addict, but definitely don't have the time to dedicate to it like I did before, as I imagine a lot of us don't. Look at all this. All these bones. Again, more attention to detail. Something killed over and died out here. Alright, here we go. That was minimal travel time. I'm not even sure if I'm going to have a map of this place. Oh, looks like I do. Very cool. So if we look at the map here, to the far east, we can actually get out into Buburimu Peninsula. I think that's probably just a one-way exit. I think. And then up north is an area called Atowa Chasm. I think that's a Chains of Permathia area. I'm not 100% sure. I did have to come here. Ragecat's actually been here before because when I was doing some of her Windurst missions, which I don't have on recording, Ragecat actually had to come here for a mission. So Ragecat's been here before, but Mr. Pierso hasn't. So looking at the guide, there are a number of possible excavation points. It looks like there's about 9 on this map alone. And since a recent update, there are also, well, recent being probably within like the last several years, there are some areas with higher level mobs, so we'll have to keep an eye out and make sure that we don't run in front of something that will absolutely aggro and rip us apart. So we'll just keep an eye out for these excavation points. We are going to have to do this twice because Pierso and Ragecat both have to do it. So if the excavation point disappears after one of them trades a pickaxe, then we'll have to go find another one. So we just keep our eyes out. The excavation points usually have like a little sparkle or glow to them, so they should be fairly simple to pick out. I don't think that they show up on the wide scan on the map. So the first possible one can show up kind of up in this area here. I definitely got to watch Ragecat with all these bones and weird steps here. It'd be really easy for her to get stuck on something. And for me to just keep running like an asshole and leave her behind. Okay, so there's no excavation point there. So let's check over here. I don't see anything over here either. Oh, that was cool. Did you see kind of like that little glitch there? It was like, oh, look at that. Yeah, it's like the wall disappears and you can see outside, but then you get closer and it just phases back in. That's kind of neat. 2002 graphics at their finest. That old PS2 technology. Okay, so there should be another excavation point, possibly over here. It might actually be up on this ridge, to be honest. I see a fossil rock. Oh, that's down like in the lower level. I don't think that's what we're looking for. Would there possibly... Nope, I don't see anything. What's that scorpion showing up as for us? Level 26. Yeah, we're fine. Even being significantly lower level than what we usually are, I think we'll be okay in this place. Okay, let's see if we can find what we're looking for up here. Excavation point. Nope, I don't think it's up here either, so that's 3 different points we've checked out. So let's try... I'm just looking at the map here. I think we got to get to a different part of the map there. Let's try going this way. I'm not too familiar with the layout of this dungeon, but let's try going this way and see if we can loop around. The map here, if we look at it, you see we're kind of going into like a trail off area there. I'm hoping we'll be able to go up and loop around to the eastern map there. Okay, let's take a look and see what we're sitting with now. Oh yeah, we should totally be able to do that. I'm not sure if the excavation points show up on these secondary maps at all, but we can definitely keep an eye out. I see a fossil rock. You know, now that I think about it, if memory serves me correctly, I think those fossil rocks, I think that was for the Windurst mission storyline, because those look pretty familiar, and I'm pretty sure that's what Ragecat had to look for when she was doing her Windurst story missions. If we ever do end up getting around to doing Windurst missions, we'll finish the Bastok mission line, because there are now new missions to do with Rise of Zilart content. And, well, new for us, not new for everybody else. And then after we get rank 10 in Bastok, we could always look at switching allegiance to do the story missions in Windurst or Sandoria, just to see that content and that lore. But that's something we can look at way down the line. Okay, so here we go. Bleeder leeches in the 80s, and they're aggressive and they link. So before we do something monumentally stupid, let's go ahead, and this is another reason I came as White Mage. Let's throw our stealthy stealths up. Yeah, back in the old days, these strong-ass mobs definitely did not exist. Oh, even the bats are aggressive. Oh, fuck me, and there's our excavation point. Okay, the leeches aggro by sound, and so do the bats. And so does the crawler too, so I guess we didn't even really need invisible. So we'll go ahead and drop invisible. Try not to piss our pants. Okay, even if we die, as long as we can trade the damn item and get what we need. Okay, Ragecat got a wyvern egg. Alright. Way to let your lady friend risk her life first, Mr. Pierso. What a gentleman. And it looks like the excavation point didn't disappear. So let's see if we can do this. There we go. We got what we needed. So now that we have the wyvern egg, we're going to go back and talk to that Morgine guy in northern Sandoria and see what we need to do next. Ah, it is you. I am sorry to inform you that Dr. Ohirus is not available at the moment. Perhaps he is taken ill. His work does keep him up late in the evening. Do you have business with the doctor? Well, he is currently away from the cathedral. And who might you be? I have not seen you around here before. My name is Yakamido. I am what you would call a student of the doctor. That egg, is that really from a wyvern? How would you like to try hatching that egg? The doctor has told me that it would be dangerous, but I would like to give it a try. Any true scientist would feel the same way. This is starting to sound like the plot to Jurassic Park. And I just happen to know how to do it. Are you willing to help? You want to see it hatch too, don't you? I do, but I don't want to give it to you because you look sketchy as fuck. Wonderful. Take the egg and place it on the far eastern tip of Dragoroga's spine located in the Merryfatod Mountains. If that wyvern has the Holy Crest, then there's a possibility that a new Dragoon may be born. Or, you know, 2 Dragoons, since we're both going for the job. Okay. In true FF11 fashion, more running around. Let us head to the Merryfatod Mountains. Mr. Pierso, is this not amazing? Oh, I was just talking about you. Good things, I swear. Behold, a dragon after all this time. He's so little. Look at him. You have done well, Mr. Pierso. Now step back. You're about to witness the rebirth of a true Dragoon. You son of a bitch. Stay where you are. Take a single step and this dragon's life is forfeit. You son of a bitch. Cyranus, I've come too late. Oh. Well played. Ha ha ha. How I've waited for this. The seal you've placed upon me is broken, Rahal Dragon Slayer. So you still walk among us, Cyranus. Ha! That half-witted Beastmaster was the one crushed to death in the cell. You guys should really do better subject checks on your prisoners. With the blood of this infant worm, my transformation into full dragon form will be complete. Well, Cyrenus, you will not become the dragon. The dragon will consume you. Please tell me the little... Hey, stay back. This wyvern will grow to maturity, knowing only the need for revenge in its heart. Hey, man. I will feed him and play with him and teach him the ways of justice. Even though he's committed no sin, it is my duty as a dragon slayer to exterminate wyverns that bear the unholy sign. This wyvern is rare, for it bears neither mark. However, it is not the only one I have encountered. I once witnessed the birth of a wyvern that was free of either sign, and the person who forged a pact with that wyvern was my friend, Cyrenus. But as it grew, the unholy sign began to emerge. I stripped Cyrenus of his powers and locked him in the oubliette, hoping it would slow down the wyvern's increasing hold on his spirit. It was all in vain. If only I had slain that wyvern when I had the chance. Now I must finish off this creature to prevent the same tragedy from happening again. Bruh, no. I post this shit to YouTube. I have viewers. They'll hold me accountable. I will do it right. I will try. We may need its power in our search for Cyrenus. Okay, good. For the moment, I will give the care of this wyvern over to a friend of mine. He will nurse it back to health. But once we have tracked down Cyrenus, it dies by my hand. Understood? Yeah, go fuck yourself. Good, glad we're on the same page. Cyrenus, I still believe in you. You must believe in me too. So it looks like we have to talk to Rahal, not the Morgine guy in the cathedral. He should be in the Royal Knight's quarters. There he is. Oh, it's you. Fear not. The precious dragon is not in danger. Good. I'd have a bone to pick with you if he was. However, we have learned that Cyrenus is somewhere in the Galsba outpost. Oh shit, we haven't been there in a good while. If he is to be saved, a dragon curse remedy is necessary. Drinking this may help separate him from the dragon that is feeding on his soul. Here, you take one as well. I plan on traveling there as soon as I've made my preparations. There is no time to lose. With every passing moment, his soul is further devoured. Okay, the Holy Crest. And we'll get... Oh, here comes Rahal. Wait! Something is odd about the dragon. We may soon be out of time. Leave this to me. Oh, I see you brought the wyvern that you were wanting to kill. Cyrenus, are you alright? Oh! Alas, I am too late, Mr. Pierso. Go! I choose you, Mr. Pierso! Oh dear. Looks like one of them dragons we ran into in Ifrit's Cauldron. Oh, we are unable to summon Truss. One of the rare, kind of like Burning Circle Notorious monsters. Which we haven't done any of those yet. So it looks like we are on our own. That's alright. Alright, I will buff us up. Ragecat has like almost no experience tanking, so this might be interesting. I think her shield skill's more or less non-existent. Okay, meat jerky. Okay, I do have a high breath mantle on Ragecat. So I just had to switch it back to the main inventory because I don't think you can use the enchantment effect from the wardrobe. So I'm going to go ahead and use that just to give her an HP boost and an enmity boost. Don't really have much for macros either. Like, I don't usually play these jobs very much on these characters, so this could be interesting. He's a dragon, so I'm going on the stereotypical assumption that he probably uses fire attacks. So let's go ahead and throw up some Barfira. I'm going to throw up Aqua Veil. And I do still have some of that MP refresh effect as well, too, from the maze. Alright, Ragecat. You're never usually the tank. But go ahead and make the pull. The Voke pull. Alright, let's do this. I guess I'll get Mr. Pierso to help out with some melees. Again, don't really have much for macros, so I'll try to enfeeble this guy as best as I can. Do a little blind. Oh yeah, we got this. His health is going down pretty quick. We got this. Little bio, little poison. Oh, can't forget paralyze. You're doing great, babe. Love you. I don't even think she's taken a hit. Well, actually, no, it looks like she's taken a hit, but her health has barely moved. Oh yeah, we got this in the bag. Throwing a little thunder. Steal Ragecat's thunder. Well, that was easy. Cyranoos, are you alright? Hurry, take this. Rahal, such a thing is of no use. It cannot save me. I yearn to die, and I will take the dragon with me. No, Cyranoos, you must take it. Also, I have to get to the infirmary. I'm bleeding from the gut. Rahal, you of all people should know. By bringing it here, you proved you believed in me. Cyranoos, I knew you would come to save me. Though my death is near, I am glad. And you, Mr. Pierso. And what of the dragon, Rahal? Are you to slay it? I will fight you. Yes, it must be done, to keep others from becoming like you. Hear my last wish. You must again believe in dragons, as we did long ago. Surely somewhere there is one of holy will. Cyranoos. Thank you, Rahal. Now my time has come. I'm going to King Kai's. Don't worry, I'll wish you back with the Dragon Balls. What the? Hey? No! How can this be? The sign of holiness. You were right, Cyranoos. The Dragoon born today shall inherit your purpose. Be at peace, my friend. Oh, now we get to name the wyvern. You gotta pick from a list of names, because they probably wanted to avoid you picking something inappropriate, like penis dragon, or big blue dildo, or, you know, use your imagination. So let's pick something here. We'll have to pick one for Ragecat as well, too. George. There's all these, like, epic, like, sounding, like, something, like, out of, like, Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings, and then just randomly, George. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna go with George. This is the one. You were right, Cyranoos. The Dragoon born today shall inherit your purpose. Your wyvern has a new name. We can now become a Dragoon. And we have the job emote for Dragoon as well, too, which I have no idea what that is, so we're going to go ahead and look at it. Oh, that's cool. I got, like, dragon-ish wings.